Hello, my name is Ash, a counselor in training. This is my Relatable study podcast for individuals who need help studying for their NCE, CPCE, and other related counseling exams. I'm going to go through many questions from multiple resources and make the answers relatable to both you and me. So get your listening ears on and let's get studying. A client asks if they can resume sessions if symptoms return. Which ethical consideration applies? A. There are no ethical issues associated with resuming a counseling relationship in the future. B. The same counselor cannot treat them again without bias. They would have to choose another therapist. C. Encourage them to use their new skills and welcome them to pursue further therapy if needed. D. Counseling can continue indefinitely. The answer is C. Encourage them to use their new skills and welcome them to pursue further therapy if needed is the ethical consideration that would apply if a client asks if they can resume sessions if symptoms return. As counselors, we want to provide the best care possible for clients, and with any skills that are taught, we encourage the client to use their skills, and if these skills are both working but they need some more, they are welcome to pursue more therapy if it is needed. For example, when I was an adolescent, I went to therapy. There were little skills taught, so I left therapy. And then as a young adult, I went back to therapy with a different therapist. A few skills were taught, but it was not working. And then I moved to a different therapist. The skills that are being taught to me in this new therapy session are working. When my therapy is done, I can choose to go back to therapy if symptoms arise again to the point where I need to go back to therapy, or I may choose to go to a new therapist to help work out current issues. There are behavioral, structural, and maturational theories of development. These maturational viewpoints utilize plant growth analogy, in which the mind is seen as being driven by instincts while the environment provides nourishment, thus placing limits on development. Counselors who are maturationists: A. Conduct therapy in the here and now. B. Focus primarily on nonverbal behavior. C. Believe group work is most effective. D. Allow the client to work through early conflicts. The answer is D. Counselors who are maturationists allow clients to work through early conflicts. For example, if a young child is struggling to read, the counselor may help this young child through guided reading activities to help them learn how to pronunciate their words, to work slowly, to think through the process, so on and so forth, to allow the clients to work through those early conflicts. What are the four main aspects of sexuality? The four main aspects of sexuality is genetic identity, gender identification, gender role, and sexual orientation. Genetic identity, or one's chromosomal gender, such as if you were born with the XX chromosome or the XY chromosome, to make you born genetically a girl or genetically a boy. Gender identification is how one perceives themselves with regards to male or female. For example, Timmy may identify with being male. Theodora may identify as being female. Gender roles are the attributes of one's cultural role. I know times have changed, but the only example that I am thinking of at the moment is that men do yard work and women do floral work. Sexual orientation is the gender one is attracted to. For example, gay men are attracted to men, lesbian women are attracted to women, bisexuality is attracted to both genders, asexuality is not attracted to anybody. Those are the four main aspects of sexuality. Ritualistic behaviors which are common to all members of a species is known as A. Hysteria, B. Pica, C. Fixed action patterns elicited by sign stimuli, D. Dysfunctional repetition. The answer is C. Fixed action patterns elicited by assigned stimuli are known as ritualistic behaviors, which are common to all members of a species. An example would be mating behaviors, such as flirting, pursuing a mate, so on and so forth. This can also be observed in other species, such as fish, birds, and mammals. What is gender identity? Gender identity is the gender in which an individual identifies as, and it may or may not be the gender that they were born as. Most research shows that most children begin to express the behaviors and identification that is associated with gender between the ages 2 and 4 and is influenced by genetics and the environment, but there is ongoing debate. There is also societal pressure to conform to a gender stereotype, and it is so strong that some individuals experience gender dysphoria, which is less common in early childhood, and it may be suppressed. The influences of gender identity could include female children are socialized towards female roles, such as dresses and dolls, and male children are often socialized towards action figures and shorts. That is all 5 questions. Thank you for listening. Keep calm and study on.